welcome back. My name is John. Welcome to my channel. This is your first time. We talk about pretty much everything from 10 years in prison, prostitutes that I've had, drugs, fights. And I don't tell about the fights I win. I tell about the fights I lose. I don't tell about the hot girl I get. I talk about how I screwed up and couldn't get the girl because I did too much coke or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't tell the stories that other people want other people to hear to make themselves look good. I tell the stories that nobody would tell. You know what I mean? About themselves. You know, and if you're coming back, you already see my videos. Welcome back. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You guys are definitely, I've even seen the messages. You guys got my back, you know, and I really appreciate that. You know, that's why I call you soldiers. You know what I mean? You guys got my back. Male and female. You people got my back. You're solution soldiers. So that's why, like, even a couple of things I had, a couple bars I did, you know, that was shit when I was younger. You know, when I was in prison, I was called Solution. You know what I mean? First, I was Deceased Priest, then Solution. But let me get to this video. This video is to save people that may be on probation, parole, or just period. Their parents sent them, you know what I mean? Like, for rehabs. This will only protect you. I mean, this will protect you anywhere, but I'm throwing this to rehabs. If you sign a HIPAA law, let's say you sign it. You sign a HIPAA law, you just sign it. That's it. All you did was sign it. It's a HIPAA law. Let's say parole. For parole, to get your information, like your monthly reports and your dirty urines, your clean urine, whatever. You know what I mean? I want to tell you something that's in your favor. God forbid you get violated, which you can't right now. Oh man, my fucking fingerprint ain't working. There it is. This is from a government website. You know what I mean? And so remember this or save this video. Must an authorization include an expiration date? Because that's what I asked. The answer is the privacy rule requires that an authorization contain either an expiration date or an expiration event that relates to the individual or the purpose of the use or disclosure. For example, an authorization may expire 1 year from the date, that it was signed upon the minor's age majority or upon termination of enrollment in the health plan. An authorization remains valid until its expiration date or an event, unless effectively revoked in writing by the individual before that date. The fact that the expiration date on an authorization may exceed a time period established by state law does not invalidate the authorization under privacy rule, the HIPAA law, but more a restrictive state law control how long the authorization is effective. That is a must. And there was something else. I'll just put HIPAA form rules. And then I'll tell you why that's important information. I'm getting to the internet thing right now because, I already made a video. My HIPAA laws were broken, and I will be calling a civil rights lawyer. Form collect patient signatures. All right. A signed HIPAA release form must be obtained by a patient for their protective health information. Blah blah blah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna see what that is. The HIPAA release form. A signed HIPAA release form must be obtained from a patient before the protected health information can be shared with other individuals, organizations, except in the case of routine disclosures of treatment, payment, or healthcare operations permitted by the HIPAA rule. Release of medical records without a HIPAA authorization form is a HIPAA violation. The primary person, then they say what. I won't waste time by reading that, because I have to read it first. I thought I had the same website I was reading yesterday. I was government too. The HIPAA laws, most people, I would say 99.9 people just sign it. And let's say you're at rehab and you're on parole, and you sign a HIPAA. Just sign it. The HIPAA law requires that it be signed and it has an expiration date. So you have to write how long it lasts for. You have to write that. And you have to write, there's something else that has to be down there. There's a third thing, and damn, I really wish I could tell you. There was a third thing, and that was important. You know what I mean? And that's got to be filled out when you sign it. You got to put all that stuff down. If you don't put all that stuff down, that's an incomplete HIPAA form. That's incomplete. That's like you filled out a half of a page of a test, a half of a test. It's an incomplete test. You didn't finish it. Just like the HIPAA form, you didn't finish it. It was incomplete. So anytime you sign a HIPAA law and that these people are using your medical records against you, that's invalid. That's invalid evidence. Like if you go to a parole hearing, because you're fighting it, you go to your prelim, and the parole officer brings this paperwork from the rehab saying you were dirty this day, you were this and that, you were argumentative, you were blah, blah, anything. I would say, if it was my case, I would say, where did you get that information from? They would say, wherever it was. I did not sign a valid HIPAA form. I did not. I would like to see the HIPAA form to make that proof evidence, to make it evidence. If not, it's thrown out of evidence. All right, I got the HIPAA thing right here. I need a fully completed HIPAA form. That's incomplete. That's still not done and completed. What you mean that's not done? Check the laws and check the rules. You're a judge, so you should know the rules. There has to be written an expiration date. When you sign it, you're supposed to write for how long. And there's something else you're supposed to write. I'll find out and I'll probably put it in the comment section. And the third thing, but none of them ask for it at all. They just want you to sign it. Sign it and walk away. So once I say that that's an incomplete HIPAA form and that makes that evidence not valid, because I'm saying they're lying. And they're not allowed to share my information with you because I don't have a valid HIPAA form completely filled out yet to allow any information to go from their hands into yours. So those are all lies, and those got to get thrown out. And that would happen. You know what I mean? So remember that. I want to make a quick video, check the comment that I write. I'll write a comment of the third thing that has to be on there, when you fill out. You sign the HIPAA contract for your rehab or anything for parole, probation, PINs, just anything. You can use that to say they weren't supposed to share that information. They broke the HIPAA laws. If they say, oh, we got a HIPAA sheet right here. You signed it 2 months ago. That's an incomplete form. What do you mean that's and then you tell them the real rule is there's supposed to be a date written by me for how long, the duration, and the third thing, which I'll write in a comment. And I'm like, other than that, that makes that form invalid because it's incomplete. So this evidence has to get thrown out. And you broke the HIPAA law by doing that, by giving evidence. Fake. I'm saying that's fake. I'm denying that anyway, and it's getting thrown out. So what evidence is against me? And they'll be done. Unless the PINS officer, probation officer, or parole officer, or whatever officer that is in charge of you, does a drug test and you're dirty. I wasn't, and I was getting screwed by Victor. You know what I mean? They were, every time I would pee, I would look at the cup, when I put it down where they tell you to put it down, because I want to see the results. Because I know they do some fucked up shit. Things change. And I know people, like, I'm not going to say who they are because I'm not going to put them under the table, but they're very, very close to me. And they come up dirty a lot for all weird shit in that place. And they don't do that stuff. They tell me. I'm not a judge. I'm not the lawyer. You know what I mean? Like, I came up for this, and this. Like, what the fuck is wrong with them? So that's just it. That's just my way to help anybody in that situation. My situation was that they told they called my parole officer. I wasn't even there for parole. I was just there for medical, for using them as doctors. and they called my parole officer and told them my personal business, and while I was there, all my medical business, my personal business, without me signing a HIPPA law. And even if I have one from years ago, from when I was on parole, and I went there, I'm talking about years ago, it's invalid anyway if they try to bring that out, which I don't even know if they have anymore, because it's incomplete. I'll be like, the guy was in a rush, I didn't get to finish filling it out, he took it and left, or her, whatever. And they'll be like, what are you talking about? You signed it. And then I'll break that down, and that'll get thrown out, and you'll get released. So that is me looking out for all of you, and I hope you guys appreciate it. I hope I get a thumbs up for that, because that's a good look, thumbs up. Subscribe or do something like that too. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, have a good day, everybody. Seriously.